Welcome to the One Piece Mysteries Iceberg. Today we're going to be covering all the mysteries in One Piece that have yet to be solved. This iceberg will also include a bunch of theories that people have come up with over the years. So if you want to see more One Piece stuff, please subscribe. But for now, let's go to the first layer, the sky. Usopp observation hockey. If you didn't know, Usopp actually has a little bit of observation hockey. Weirdly enough, he seems to have some sort of special observation, probably handed down to Usopp, as in Dressrosa we can see him sniping sugar, and he gets this weird glow awakening power. It's appeared a couple times, but has yet to be explored. Maybe it'll be explained in Elbaf. Straw Hat Yamato. This is just referring to the fact that people want Yamato as a Straw Hat. I can see why. He was pretty cool, but I feel like it makes sense that he didn't join, because we already got Jinbei in that same arc. Buggy's true power. Buggy has always been getting shit on the entire series, so it could be cool to see a glow up coming in soon. I really doubt it, because right now he's being tortured by Crocodile Mihawk. You know, maybe he gets a glow up, you know? Don't discount Buggy. He's clutched up. Straw Hat Carrot. It's exactly as it says. People want Carrot as a Straw Hat, but she got forced to become the ruler of Zo or whatever, which kind of sucks, but you know, whatever. I don't think she really did anything that crazy, and we kind of already have a mink on the crew, but not really. Zoros Eye. People are speculating due to mythological gods that Zoros Eye actually has a hidden demon in it. So when he opens it, he can just unleash hell on everything. I honestly don't think this is true. I think he just got a cut while training. One Piece rarely identifies itself with like mythology. Wait, actually, never mind. It could be true. This guy had some pretty well-known stuff, but now we move on to the surface. Missing Baroque Works agents. Did you know there are hidden Baroque work agents you never knew about? Yeah, I didn't either until just now. And there's also concept art for Mr. 10 and Miss Tuesday, which is so weird. Why are there so many Baroque work agents? Maybe with Vivi coming back into the story, we might see them, but I highly doubt it. Usopp's lies are true. Another Usopp entry. And basically, this theory is claiming that everything Usopp lies about in the story is actually true. So for instance, Usopp says he fights a giant goldfish. They fight a giant goldfish. Usopp mentions fighting a giant mole. He fights a giant mole. Usopp lies about a dragon. There's a dragon. This has all led to theories that Usopp is actually a descendant of Nolan the liar, the person who lied about Skypiea but was actually true. So probably. We're gonna get a lot of Usopp lore in Elbaf, so hopefully this gets explained. Straw Hat Smoker. You know Smoker the Marine, apparently he's gonna join the Straw Hats. What? No way! I know, I shat myself when I heard about this. Realistically, I don't even think he'd add anything to the crew. Law's a member of SWORD. If you don't know what SWORD is, basically, it's what Kobe is. He's affiliated with the Marines, but he's allowed to do whatever he wants, so it's like warlords, but for the Marines. People speculated that Law is actually candidate for SWORD, because he never actually says he's a pirate. He has no reason to be a pirate. And he has an odd affiliation with Drake after he let him go from the prison in Wano. Drake is the SWORD member that is pretending to be a pirate. Might get confirmation for this soon since Lodge is pretty much died. Red Line will be destroyed. This is actually a really interesting theory as it claims that the Red Line is going to be destroyed and every sea is going to be connected, making the all blue, making the world in one piece. Oh, that gave me goosebumps. I am so scared. Now after that's done, it's time to get in the lesser known area, the middle, or whatever it's called. But this stuff has some pretty interesting stuff you might not know about. D is a smile. This is referring to how the will of D is actually represented by a smile, and that's why it's D. This would kinda make sense, cause Luffy's always smiling, Goldie Roger was. Then you have characters like Law who never smile, which is understandable. Zoro 30%. Now this is referring to the time Hawkins got a card reading of someone that said they'd make it out of Wano with a 30% chance of living. No one's actually sure if this is Zoro or not, so I don't know why the entry's called Zoro 30%. Some of the spotlighted characters in Wano was Kid and Law, and we know what happened to Kid, so maybe it's him. Willie Gallant. This is referring to a famous physicist of the One Piece world, Willie Gallant. This was quoted when the Straw Hats saw that ship falling from the sky. It was quoted by the narrator, and this character has never shown up ever again, but probably in the future. He'll have some sort of role to play in Elbaf or something. This is referring to the character Gaimon's Green Hockey. He's one of the strongest characters we've seen ever, and honestly, if he returns, he could probably solo Shanks. Truly a Yonko level threat. Mythical Chopper. This is referring to how a chopper might have a mythical fruit. His fruit's always been kind of shrouded in mystery. Apparently there was an information dump that Blackbeard attacked Drum Island before the Straw Hats got there, and supposedly he was looking for the Hito Hito no Mi, which is the human fruit. And if Blackbeard was searching for the strongest devil fruits, obviously he'd want to get that one. Now we're on to the next tier. I don't know what it's called, but this tier has some pretty interesting stuff you might want to hear. Crocodile is Luffy's mom. Okay, bear with me here. So we all know Eva, right? He has information on Crocodile that he could blackmail him with. Crocodile really doesn't want anyone to know. And what do we best know Eva for? Not hee-haw, but that he has the power to change genders. So the theory is Crocodile was a woman that turned into a man, but the woman was actually Luffy's mother? What? There's not really any concrete evidence, but I guess Crocodile helped Luffy at Marineford for no reason, so maybe, maybe it was just tough love when he stabbed Luffy through the chest in Alabasta. The stone straw hat is Uranus. If you're not aware, Uranus is one of the 3 super weapons that's been hidden for a while. And you remember that stone straw hat that came out of nowhere that Emu was looking at? Yeah, that might be it. I don't know why there's a stone straw hat. This baffled me forever. I want to know. Saul is still alive. I feel like this was like glossed over a little bit. Maybe it's just me, but yeah, Saul's alive. He grabbed the books from Robin's hometown and now he's hiding in Elbaf. So I'm excited to see a reunion between them. Dragon Storm Fruit. This is a theory that I think could actually be true. It involves Dragon, Luffy's dad, having the power of storm. You see, remember when Luffy was about to be executed, but Buggy got struck by lightning? Yeah, it was storming then. And look, there's Dragon. And you remember Luffy's backstory when Sabo's running through the town and it starts being really windy for some reason. Oh, there's Dragon. Next time we see him, he's just chilling at the Revolutionary Army though. But like, how else do you explain Buggy getting smited by God? The only other character to have some sort of lightning power would be Anel, but he's just chilling in Skypiea right now. So yeah, take that as you will. And speaking of Anel on the moon. This is referring to the cover story where Anel actually goes to the moon and he makes it. He helps power this civilization on the moon and he learns about like different Skypian tribes and that they're all descendants of the moon. I don't know why this is relegated to a cover story. This feels way more important. But yeah, that's all the information we're gonna get on him for now. The Florian Triangle monsters. Now, I think we all know what I'm referring to. These tall-ass monsters that never appear ever again when Luffy and everyone else are just chilling. The current working theory is that these are from Long Ring Longland Island or something, or from Skypiea. I don't know. There's also a theory that one of them is Zunisha, which I don't think is true. Hopefully we actually get more confirmation for what they actually are. Probably an Elbaf or something. Luffy's mother. No, I'm not talking about Crocodile. There's a very good chance this could be Luffy's mother and Luffy as a baby. 1 page is all you get, this one little panel. I doubt we're gonna get any confirmation for Luffy's mother ever. It's not really that important, so I'm just gonna leave it there, man. Big Mom Vor. No, this isn't misread or mistyped. This is actually what happens in the show. So we all know Big Mom's backstory for being pretty weird, right? Like, where did all of her friends go? Where did Mother Carmel go? Well, Mother Carmel actually had the fruit that Big Mom has now, and the only way to get that is for Mother Carmel either to die or possibly if Big Mom ate all of them. Because she goes on a food rampage and then wakes up and everybody's gone. And she's like, what happened? And I think she ate all of them alive. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't put it past her. This is probably the most disturbing backstory. Trust me, we got more disturbing Big Mom news later. Rumble Ball. Basically, if you don't remember, the Rumble Ball was something Chopper used to switch forms in pre-time skip. It allows Chopper to go into his monster form. He also gives Beppo one of these, and Beppo uses it too, and he turns into this Sulong form thing. You know who else is a Zoan type? Luffy. So what if Luffy ate a Rumble Ball? Would he just be like 10 times stronger or something, or get another form? I'm not really sure, but I'm honestly hoping that's something that happens. There's a lot of mystery involving the Rumble Ball. The Sea Devil. Basically, this is talking about how there's mentions of a sea devil who created devil fruits. No one really knows who this is. There's theories that he's waiting on Laugh Tale or he is the One Piece, but I don't think Roger and everyone would be laughing at that. So people speculated Emu is the sea devil, but honestly, I don't think so. I think he's just a marine crazy man. The next tier we're going to is really gonna knock your socks off. This is stuff that not really a lot of people know. And honestly, I just realized most of this is just jokes. Straw Hat Anel. Now this is referring to people wanting Anel as a Straw Hat, and honestly, it'd be kind of hype if he joined, I'm not gonna lie. Like, Anel is probably one of the coolest villains, like, he should just come back already. Lucy is real, 2401. There's a theory that Lucy will actually be returning. He's gonna help join the Straw Hats. This would be pretty interesting, honestly. I wonder if it's ever gonna happen. Shanks is Imu's son. A One Piece film read, as bad as it is, it actually confirmed that Shanks is a celestial dragon and that Roger found him like in a chest while they were in Morijois. So it's extremely possible Shanks is a celestial dragon. Shanks is evil. I have a really hard time believing this since all Shanks has done is good. But I do think Shanks' crew is going to go up against the Straw Hats crew as like the final battle. You can't really consider them evil. Big Mom's children. This is a theory that Big Mom's children are genetically modified to grow faster. Because come on, how can you have 85 children in the span of like 1 year? Her first son isn't even that old. I get demonetized if I explain this further, so I'll just leave it at that, you know? Next tier has some stuff that are some of the biggest One Piece mysteries of all time. So get ready. Roger's egg. This is referring to the egg that Roger had on his ship in some of the flashbacks, and we have no idea what it could be. It could be a giant bird, a giant monster, I don't know. There's some theories that it could possibly be a dragon. Could be connected to the God Valley incident where he just stole it. Other than this flashback, it's never been mentioned ever again, or it actually was never mentioned at all. NAA Planned. Now, we all know that he planned it from Skypiea, the whole sun god scene. Some people argue that it goes even further back, just with Luffy's design alone. Luffy's design actually takes inspiration already from a god, so I would show you the image, but I could not for the life of me find where it was. I'll try to put it up on screen if I can find it at all. Op Immortality. Now this is referring to the Ope Ope no Mi's ability to give people immortality. And the theory suggests that either Imu or some important figure was hit with this immortality by a previous user of the fruit. Because when you use the immortality, you die. Could be a pretty interesting theory. People are just speculating about it. It's not actually inferred or anything, but it's interesting to think about. Mihawks Parents. Now this is referring to how Rayleigh and Shaka could possibly be Mihawks parents. I know that's a bold statement, but just hear me out. The design similarities are very apparent. They both use a sword, and the age gaps do make a lot of sense. Shaka was the previous empress of Amazon Lily. For some reason, every empress has fallen ill to love sickness, so, I mean, connections are there. The evidence is completely circumstantial though, but it would be cool if this was true. Davey back fight. Now this is referring to how the final confrontation of One Piece will have Shanks' crew versus Luffy's crew in a Davey back fight to see who wins the One Piece. There's literally no evidence of this, but Davey back fights have appeared once ever, and honestly it'd be weird if they didn't appear again. I think this could be really interesting. It could be something foreshadowed so long ago, but it would tie in perfectly. Next we move on to the final tier, the depths. Luffy's true dream. While the Straw Hats are going to Egghead, Luffy talks about his true dream after they find the One Piece. People have speculated that this dream is a giant party around the entire world, which would make a lot of sense actually. His dream will obviously have to do with something involving freedom. Blackbeards Twin. Now this is referring to how Blackbeard can wield 2 devil fruits at a time. There have been a lot of theories that Blackbeard actually has a conjoined twin, which is disgusting, but I mean it would explain how he can use 2. It might have something to do with his darkness power, but I kind of doubt it. That's all the information on that. Raftail. Now this theory actually suggests that Raftail is actually an ancient kingdom that was lost 800 years ago. The one we've heard about before. Basically, this ancient kingdom was mentioned in the Void Century. It was a technologically advanced civilization that was so powerful it took 20 nations to defeat it. And we do see some remnants of this in Egghead with the giant. My guess is that it's probably true. The One Piece is Bink Sake. This theory suggests that Bink Sake is actually the One Piece. What is Bink Sake? It's a song that they sing like all the time. So it would be funny if the One Piece was just a bottle of sake and that's why they were all laughing. Imu. Now this is just a general theory that Imu actually has some sort of chaos or darkness fruit or something like that, because he's always shrouded in a shadow. Even in the zoom-ins you can't see his face. So the working theory is that Imu is actually some sort of chaos fruit user or something, and he has immortality. Definitely has a fruit after we've seen one of the 5 elders whip out like the strongest fruit of all time. But yeah, just something to think about. Anyway, that's the end of the iceberg. If you have any input you want to put in the comments. If I explained anything wrong, please tell me if I'm wrong. But yeah, thanks for watching.